Hello, guys. Sawtelle here for part 2 of the history of the Sonic Archie's comic book. Now, I already talked about the plot, and I went for the characters from Sonic to Bunny, so I'm going to do part 2. Hopefully, I do the heroes first, and hopefully I do whatever else is the second. So, let's continue on with the characters. Now, now you don't see my first movie, just go to the link below. The first episode's on there, you get to see it. Now let's continue on with the characters. Now, that's you on our list. We have Antoine D'Coolette, a 19-year-old coyote who sports a French accent, who is intentionally pompous and dirty, who hid behind a wall of bravado to hide his anxieties. He has a crush on Sally, but then fell in love with and then married Bunny. He is a skilled swordsman and is shown to have his own take on Sonic's spin dash maneuver. In the original continuity, his father was Armand D'Coolette, a former war general who was roboticized and sold the oldest daughter about this high sheriff in Russia. He was restored to normal, but was later poisoned by Antoine's equal counterpart, Patch D'Coolette. He was knocked into a coma after defending his friends from Metal Sonic, though in the rebooted continuity, his injury never occurred. So, yeah. And a little bit in Sonic Sam, he was voiced by Rob Paulson. He's really a genius guy. Now, that's what I'm going to talk about is Roto. You know Roto the Walrus? He's really cool. Roto is a surprising character. He's a large, purple-colored walrus. He serves as the mechanic and inventor for the Freedom Files. Formerly nicknamed Boomer, intelligent but laid back and a little lacking in self-confidence, Roto acts as the muscle of the group. Though a main member of the Freedom Fighters, he took an increasingly backseat role as the comic continued on, becoming a member of the Council of Acorn, but then later become a member of the Team Freedom alongside Cream the Rabbit, Big the Cat, and Robots Heavy and Bomb, which I'll get to later. His spine was injured during the destruction of Nathaniel, leading him to wear an especially designed suit that could help him in battle. In the rebooted continuity, he has gained a more muscular physique and built the Sky Patrol with Tails. The reboot also introduced his estranged brother, Tundra the Wallace, who served as one of Eggman's sub-commanders. Now, a little fact, in 2009, the Sonic Stadium reported that Ken Peters, he planned to have Roto as a gay character in Mobius 25 years later storyline, but the idea was later dropped because it goes under the development of the character. So, yeah. Despite that. Now, next to you, we have Nicole, who was always a great helping computer. She's an artificial intelligence and Sally's handheld computer who can appear as a hologram Wolverine makes. Now, Nicole and Force lacks a personality, but developed one over the course of the comic. In the original continuity, Nicole was programmed by a version of Roto from the future, while in the reboot, she was designed by a scientist named Dr. Elodie, based on his deceased daughter, Nikki. The core was given nanobots obtained from one of Eggman's creations, allowing her to create and protect the city of New Mobotropolis, making her a powerful character in the comic. However, she was brainwashed by the Iron Dominion and attacked the city, something that was later used by the newly crowned King Nalgas to have her exiled. In the new continuity, she regains her handheld form, and several characters who make physical contact with her regain their memories for the last timeline. She was really opponent in that one. Now, next we have one of the most surprising characters of the list. Which we all know who she is. This girl, A.B. Rose. A little know about her, she's a preteen hedgehog who has a long-standing crush on Sonic, optimistic, cheerful, and tough. A.B. began as a supporting character, but evolved into a leading protagonist and a major member of the Freedom Files. She was introduced as a cousin of Robbo the Hedge, being rather bratty, immature, and physically had her character design as seen in Sonic CD. Wishing to become a freedom fighter, Amy used a magical wind of acorns to physically age herself, now resembling her modern appearance introduced in Sonic Adventure. Amy wields the Pico Pico hammer in battle, and occasionally leads Team Rose, which consists of herself, Queen the Rabbit, Big the Cat, and Blaze the Cat. She later joined the team fight in the finals alongside Sonic and Tails. Following the continuity reboot, Amy remains a member of the non-home free on finals, regaining her memories from the original timeline by touching the call alongside Sally. Now next up, we have some to later on in this book here, which I'm going to continue on to until I get to that. Sorry, one of the pages is sticky. I don't know. But yeah. I think I got a whole ball here. Let's see, I'm trying to find her. Okay, I think I found her. This was Queen the Rabbit, when you know from the games, and her little friend here. You know, she's the KO. Queen is a young 6-year-old rabbit and her KO companion. Queen and she's lived in like idyllic life with her mother, Vanilla, until Dr. Eggman invaded. Queen is sweet, kind, and considerable, while befriending Amy Rose and the more violent Blaze the Cat. They are members of Team Rose and became a part of the Team Freedom alongside Roto, Big, Keanu's, and Chaos members Heavy and Bomb. So just that. Now, this book is a little surprising here. I'm trying to find some more characters appeared in the comic. This might take a while. Okay, now let's see. Okay, now that we have Big the Cat, which you can see right here in this part of the book. Yes, Big the Cat is a large, simple-minded fisherman cat who lives in the Mystic Ruins, accompanied by his best friend Froggy, who is a frog. Though a little dumb, Big is quite friendly, capable, and using its great size and strength to aid the freedom fighters. He is a member of Team Rose and later Team Freedom, and then the Naho Freedom fighters following the second Genesis wave. Mm-hmm. Now next we have someone that has wings that can fly. Okay. Here we have Dulcie the Dragon. She is a supporting member of the Freedom Fighters. No. Dulcie was one of the last Mobian dragons left unroboticized at the start of the comic story. She is ditzy, emotional, and clumsy, but loyal to her friends. Following the continuity reboot, she was given a completely new character design and reimagined as a member of the Shijin Warriors in Russia. Yeah. So, that's surprising. Okay, so next on here we have Loop the Wolf, but I don't know where Loop the Wolf. I don't know where this character is in the book, but I don't know. But I'll get to that later. But anyway, let's talk about him now. For those who want to know what Loop is, because I don't have a photo of him, he's a Mobian wolf who was an ally to the Freedom Fighters and a member of a reclusive wolf pack, a brave warrior. Libby was inspired to oppose Eggman after meeting Sally, Sonic, and Antoine. In the original continuity, Loop was chieftain of the pack, leading them against the Empire. But when captured by a roboticized Uncle Chuck, she sacrificed herself to be with his own victim and spared her people from the enslavement. This was later reinforced by the band, and Lou made peace with Chuck. You also want to know what Mr. Chuck is. It says on page 29. I guess. Here we have Sonic's family right here. And one of them, right next to the robot hedgehog, is Uncle Chuck. Look, a little fact about him. Uncle Chuck is Sonic's uncle, originally named Sir Charles Hedgehog, and then Professor Charles the Hedgehog. Uncle Chuck played a key role in the rise of both Sonic and Dr. Eggman. The inventor of the original robotics, Uncle Chuck designed it to heal from life-threatening injuries, such as his brother Jules, over the original Dr. Robotic, only for the original Dr. Robotic to steal the blueprints and use them to turn people into robotic slaves known as Robians in the original continuity. Chuck evacuated the young freedom fighters during Robotic's coup de bête, later captured and roboticized himself. He was freed by Sonic's efforts, becoming an ally to the freedom fighters as an inventor. Chuck is aided in the continuity by Ben Mudsky, who first assisted as Sonic's pet dog before being reimagined as an anthropomorphic canine. So, yeah, in the new continuity, everybody, this little dog right here, he becomes an anthropomorphic dog, character dog. I'm not joking here. Okay, now next here we have something that's really surprising, but you don't know what this one is. This here is Knuckles, the echidna. He's a descendant of many. He's an echidna who guards the floating Angel Island and the Master Emerald. Knuckles is a prominent character throughout the comics history, having his own spin-off comic that went from 1997 to 1999. He is a single-minded character focused on his duty of protecting his home, but is also stubborn, hot-headed, and gullible. His intentional backstory intimidated for the video games, and the comic introduced a rich cast of characters created by Ken Pendles, most of whom are echidnas. Knuckles guarded the Master Emerald and was taught by his father Locke, but later occasionally aided the freedom, but left occasionally to aid the freedom fighters and his own team, the Chaotix. He eventually gained a romantic interest with Julie Sue in Mobius X years later. The couple had a daughter named Laura Sue, which I'm not gonna go into that, and you know what it means that don't go to that, who would inherit her father's role as guardian of Angel Island. In the new continuity, Knuckles is depicted as the last of his kind, so yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. But next we have Knuckles' girlfriend, Julie Sue. Take a good look at it, folks. Now, in this old continuity, she was the love interest of Knuckles, partly featured in the original continuity. She was a member of the Chaotix, she's a tomboyish tough character, just as stubborn as temperamental as Knuckles. Raised as a soldier of the Echidna-based Dark Legion, she was abused by her half-sister, Leanda, and eventually left to join Knuckles and the Chaotix. Julie Sue and all of the other Echidnas were imprisoned in another dimension by Crash, the Tasmanian Devil. A wild decision introduced following Ken Pendles' lawsuit against the Archie comics, will be hope of the comic. Right. But then, of course, we have the Chaotix, which we all know is a band of Mobians formed by Knuckles to help the freedom fighters, but also work as a detective agency. Now, the original lineup is as follows. We had Knuckles and Julie Sue, which you know, not that. No. Then there was Vector the Crocodile. He's known as a detective who also serves as the de facto leader of the group. And Espo, the comedian, a quiet ninja. Yes. Mindy the Armadillo, a pacifistic traveler, and his little best friend, Wade the Skull. Then there was the hyperactive Charmy B, who was eventually introduced as the runaway prince of the Golden Hive comedy with his girlfriend Saffron. And the former band Badniks having a bomb, which I cannot show the photos. Julie, Sue, and Saffron were trapped in a loud dimension by Flash the Devil, and following the continuing movement of Effecto, SPO, and Charming remain members of the Chaos. No Knuckles, Mighty, and Way have past conventions of the group. So, yeah. Now, next we have some more interesting characters here. The first one we talk about is Shadow. Even though I think it's Shadow, I'm not sure, but that is Shadow. He's a black and red hedgehog. He is an immortal created through Project Shadow, created by Dr. Gerard Robotnik, Dr. Eggman's grandpa, and the evil alien Black Doom. Aloof, grumpy, at a lone wolf, his backstory and role followed the plot of Sonic Adventure 2. So about that. Shadow Revealed became a recurring anti-hero, forming Team Dog alongside Rouge, E123 Omega, and Hope and Kin Turbo. Like Sonic, Shadow could transform into super forms using the Chaos Emeralds, such as Super Shadow. He has become a recurring protagonist in the Sonic Universe comic. But he's not alone in this team with his. So there's also Rouge the Bat. She's a bat who works as a secret agent for the United Federation, and is a jewel thief. She's a member of Team Dog, and while good in nature, she has a weapons and ranges to several antagonists such as Dr. Robotnik. Flirtatious and cunning, she maintains a love-hate relationship with Knuckles, but also has a close bond of Shadow and E123. Yeah. So let's see here. Next we have E123 Omega, which is what it looks like here. The vulnerable on Team Dog. This robot is designed by Dr. Eggman. Abandoned by his creator, Omega turned against Eggman and vowed to destroy his creations. He is a prideful, violent character with a love of destructive force, but remains loyal to his friends despite his chaotic nature. And we also have in the old continuity is a kind Orlando named Hope Kintobo. She's a human girl introduced in the original continuity. She was Dr. Eggman's niece and Nibley's half-sister. She and her parents had traveled into space out to the Great Wall to find a new home, but unlike the other humans referred to as overlanders in the comic book, she has no sin. She has no hatred against Morbius. She eventually returned to Morbius, but her family were ostracized, and Hope was taken in by the Freedom Fighters. She reconciled with Steven, hoping that he would turn over a new leaf, only for her brother to betray the Freedom Fighters and destroy not her and the A-Fleet. She loved and eventually joined Team Dog as a support technician. Okay, so that's pretty much surprising to know. Like that. This book has a lot of information here, but it's kind of hard for me to find anything interesting at all. And if I place the cat here somewhere. Oh, here we go. Here we have Blaze the cat. She's a princess of the soul dimension. She's a guardian of the soul emeralds. Though she acts calm, collected episode, she has a short temper, which is emphasized by her destructive kinetism. Her temper can make it difficult for her to think clearly, and she is distrustful towards others. She has made several appearances in both the main series and Sonic Universe spin-off, and she has appeared as a member of Teen Wolves, being with friends with Amy and Cream. Yes. Now next we have a surprising character who's white. This is Sybil the Hedgehog. He was a telekinetic hedgehog who lives 200 years in the future. Sybil often travels back in time to avert threats that will affect his own world. Sybil is driven by a strong sense of justice. but he is quite naive, jumping to conclusions, and can easily be manipulated or fooled. In the original continuity, he went back in time to identify a supposed traitor of the Freedom Files whose portrayal would lead to the post-apocalyptic state of his own era. He misidentifies numerous characters as the traitor, before Sally was the unintentional culprit upon her radicalization. When Naugis becomes king of the new Metropolis, Sybil is recruited into the secret Freedom Files. By Spymaster Harvey who is an owl, to quietly in the regime. Yes. Now I have a photo here. Oh. There we go. The secret Freedom Files. This is Harvey who was, the other was include Sally's brother Alias, the two twins, Lita and Lico, Bad Matt, who was a bad luck magic, Larry Lynx, and Shard, a reprogrammed model of Metal Sonic. Following the continuity reboot, Sybil's future was altered, and he combats the Genesis portals, a side effect of Eggman's second Genesis wave. He's aided by Gold, the Tenwek, a member of the secretive Oasis Council, and scientist Professor Von Schumel, based on the character introduced in the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah. It's surprising that, No, I don't know how much. No, I'm going to go because my phone's getting a little dry. I don't know how. I didn't drink enough water. So. Okay. Now, of course, this is King Acorn. And he is Sally's father and the king of Metropolis. Now, in the original material. Yes, because and he is portrayed by Dr. Robotic and his board advisor, and belongs to the special zone alongside Naugis, who served as his court wizard. In the original continuity, he was named Maximilian, a troubled ruler whose experiences left him a shadow of his former self, further worsened when poisoned by Antoine's evil counterpart, Patch, leaving him in a wheelchair. But following the second Genesis wave, the king is reimagined as Nigel, younger, jovial, and more considerate. Next, we have Robbo the Hedge, who is kind of like a Robin Hood version of Sonic. Let's just be honest now. And next, we have a kill. Although I know you want to see what happened to him, but of course, the Archie comics didn't know how to handle this about this skunk. Jeffrey stayed John, and let me tell you, this was a huge surprise for everybody of this, because he was the skunk who was a recurring member of the Freedom Files, egotistical, self-righteous, and uncomposing. He acted as a rival to Sonic and a love interest towards Sally. He led the Rebel Underground against Dr. Robotic, crossing paths with the whole Freedom Files, but became their ally until Robotic's defeat. He married Hoshi the Cat, a longtime friend. He then led the Royal Secret Service in order from Sally's father, King Acorn. Hoshi disappeared while on a mission and was presumed dead. It was revealed that Jeffrey actually worked for Naugis as his apprentice, originally assigned to prepare the kingdom of Acorn for Naugis' rise to power as king, and he assured his master's succession to the throne accord. However, upon seeing how evil Naugis was, Jeffrey tried to defect to the good side again, only to be possessed by his master. As a creation of Ken Pendle's, Jeffrey was removed from the comic following the continuing reboot. So, we had no idea if this continued on. We had no idea what happened after that, because, he has the rights. But luckily, something good happened. But I won't explain. Next, we have Ken Khan, nicknamed Monkey. He's the king of the free people, It was inspired by Sun Wukong. Next we have Mina Mongoose, who's a 16-year-old single. Single. Mina Mongoose. Nice. Next we have a black overlettle named Nathaniel Beauregard Morgan, which we all know about that. And of course we have a lot of other people out here. Yeah, you know. I'm just getting a little ahead of myself, but you know, I already know about the supporting characters. I can't go through all of them all night because you know how a lot of things happen. My voice is a little sore, but yeah. But don't worry, stick around for part 3 coming soon because let me tell you, part 3 is going to be a big one, a huge big one. So yeah, hope I see you guys for part 3. Go to the link down below for part 1, and of course Archie Sonic Online, where we get to see the comics that were made by dedicated fans of the comic. Hope I see you there.